Welcome to the first episode of Inspiration in Isolation. This is the start of a new series in which I'll be taking you guys through a typical day in my life and sharing some wisdom along the way. Later on in today's video, I'll be talking about the importance of having self-belief and how that can transform your life. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right, so I just got kicked out of that field. One of the coaches came up to me and he said that they have the game in a few minutes and that I have to go, buddy. So I did just that, but I found a field like 5 minutes away. About to shoot around here for a little bit, but before I do that, I just wanted to talk about my lacrosse journey with you guys and why I'm getting back into it right now and why you need to believe in yourself, because that was my one setback as far as why I didn't advance within my career and ended up giving up. So I started playing back in 4th grade, which sounds pretty young, especially for that sport. But where I'm from, it's very popular, so I got into it pretty early. And I played from 4th grade until 6th grade initially, and then I quit. So I would say that I was one of the best players, not the best, but I would say I was like top 20%. And I got up to the A team, and I was pretty good, right? But I quit because everyone around me went through a growth spurt earlier than I did. I didn't hit puberty until like sophomore year in high school, no cap. Everyone else around me just started to get bigger and I felt intimidated and I didn't have that belief instilled in me that I would be able to compete with the bigger kids. I was scared to get hit, just didn't want to put myself in that spot. So I quit playing lacrosse, even though it was my passion and it was my life at that point, but I still threw in the towel and I got into playing other sports. I played baseball, I played soccer for a couple seasons, but it wasn't for me. And the whole time I just knew that lacrosse was my calling at that time and that I wanted to get back into it. Fast forward, now we're in high school, freshman year of high school. I got into smoking weed and got into smoking weed pretty heavy. Me and like 5 other friends, that's like all we did really, smoke weed and play video games, just the classic shit. But we got caught by my friend's mom. It was in August going into sophomore year of high school. And at that point, getting caught by your parents when you're smoking weed, back when it was still frowned upon more, it was still illegal and didn't have the same connotation as it has today. It felt like crazy. And I was like, okay, that is my sign to get back into lacrosse, take it seriously, and I need to stop smoking. This is just like terrible. So I got back into playing lax, and I was playing every single day, and my new goal was to make the high school JV team. After not playing for a few years, I was like, okay, fuck it. This is my sign. I'm going to go all in. So I practiced every day, gave it everything I had from August all the way until tryouts, which was in February. I was playing every single day, and it was my new thing. And I got back into it, and I had that spark again about playing lacrosse. And then tryouts come along, and I thought I did pretty good during all the tryouts, right? But ended up getting cut. And I was devastated. I've never felt so much emotion, so distraught and so mad at the world, and I just couldn't believe it, because that was the first time I had like a mindset shift, and I started to take shit seriously. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna shape up, I'm gonna give this everything I have. And I didn't get what I wanted in return, didn't get the outcome that I wanted. And when I talked to the coaches, they said that they cut me because they didn't really notice me. And I was like, bro, what? Because I didn't do amazing during the tryouts, but like I did solid, and I thought I was better than like over half the team. But they said that they cut me because they didn't really notice me, and I wasn't really vocal, and I didn't stand out. But I got a message from one of the coaches like 5 or 6 hours later on Facebook saying that 2 of the varsity players went into their office, talked to them directly when they heard the news that I got cut, and they tried to vouch for me, saying that whatever you saw during tryouts was invalid, and he's a lot better than what you guys think, and like you need to let him back on the team. And these were 2 kids that, yeah, I was friends with, but we weren't like that close. We were on the same team a few years ago, but they really had it in them to go into the office and like vouch for me, saying that they need to put me on like that was crazy for me, because they believed in me more than I believed in myself. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's actually crazy. So yeah, I made the team, but the coaches made it clear that they're not doing this for anyone else. They've never done it for anyone else in the past. And I need to give it everything that I have, because this is a gift and it's an opportunity. But throughout the whole season, I didn't really do much. And I was on the 3rd string of the rotation for midfield, didn't score any goals, didn't make an impact. And I was still just like existing and not being noticed throughout the whole season too. And I just didn't have it in me to really apply myself. And I was still working hard, but I didn't go the extra mile, and I didn't have that belief instilled into me. Going back to me getting cut, I got cut because I wasn't vocal, and I wasn't a leader, and I didn't make my presence known. And that's kind of why I'm out here right now. I'm trying to get over my fear of speaking in public and being judged by other people that are around me having a camera out here on a tripod talking to the camera, because this has been haunting me my whole life, and that's a part of the reason why I got cut. Because I didn't make my presence known, and I was not a leader, I was not vocal. I was just there existing, going through the motions, and not standing out. But yeah, that's my entire message here today, that you need to believe in yourself, you need to stand out. Because if I had the ability back then when I was 15 years old to switch my mindset and actually believe in my ability like all my friends did, but not myself, then I could have went a lot farther in my lacrosse career. And I could have made an impact, I could have been one of the best players. You just never know, I could have made varsity. So the fact that I just had that instilled non-belief in myself, and that I just couldn't figure out a way to actually like elevate my mindset, and I didn't have the capacity at that time, because through all of my insecurities and me looking young, being small, having a stutter, all of these things just like built up, and it just made it to where I just had this like very low standard that I couldn't surpass, and I just had this like wall that I couldn't break down. But imagine if I was able to break it down, what would I have been able to achieve? So y'all can apply this to whatever you're going through in life, and whatever you're trying to build, whatever you want to do with yourself. If there's any insecurities you need to get over, it's a matter of being able to flip that switch. And instead of resorting to that negative self-talk and actually believing it, you need to eradicate it and start to change your life and take action towards your goals. And through action, through repetition, you'll reinforce that you can do it, you will get better, and eventually you'll be a new person. But yeah, I hope you guys took something away from that, because it's very important, and it can change the entire trajectory of your life and what you accomplish. Because now I'm starting to finally realize that it's all just a matter of switching the mindset and just being like, no, fuck it, I'm not going to listen to the negative self-talk. I'm going to start to replace that with positive self-talk that I can do things, and then everything will just fall into place after that. But with that, I will leave you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.